Hey guys, can you see me? Oh no, it looks really dark. I hope that works okay. Hey, I'm gonna actually, let's see. No, I think we're okay. Okay. The lighting just changed when I hit live, but I wanted to tell you about why sometimes the oils seem like they're not working. Sometimes it'll be like, yeah, I tried it, but it didn't really work. There's a lot of reasons why. So it's a little bit of a touchy subject because sometimes people really believe like no, oils don't work. Chemically, they work. They're so potent. They're so chemically diverse and complex. They absolutely work, but sometimes there are other issues going on that make it hard to see what's really going on. Especially if you're brand new to oils, you may think that something's not working, and maybe you just wasted that money on that essential oil when really there's other issues going on there that are not allowing you to get the benefits that you want. So I'm going to go over the 6 reasons why it may seem like an oil is not working. And if you have any questions, feel free to type them in and I will ask you, and I'll answer those for you if you have an oil that you've ever had this happen with. So the first thing to consider is the application method. So there's 3 ways to use essential oils, right? Internally, topically, and aromatically. So if you're taking them internally, that means drinking them in your glass of water. That means taking them in a veggie cap. We have a bunch of these. We're traveling right now, so we have all these little things in Ziploc bags. That would be internal use. Topical would be anytime you're putting it on your body. So with a plain lotion or with fractionated coconut oil, you're getting those onto your skin and rubbing them in. Or using a roller is usually a really great way that people have topical applications. The third way to use them is aromatically. So that might be smelling it from the bottle, which really is the least effective way to use essential oils, or putting a drop in your hand and smelling that one, or running it in your diffuser. So consider the application and how are you using it. So if you have some kind of, say there's some kind of infection or something going on with your respiratory system, you might use Breathe, the respiratory blend, in a diffuser. And you say, you know, like I still have this issue, it's not going away. I really hope you guys can see me. The lighting seems to have changed. I'm using Breathe in my diffuser, but I still have this respiratory issue. Well, there's a few different things there. Breathe in your diffuser, yes, absolutely. Keep running that all the time. But also, rub that onto your body. Get the topical use also. So if you're having an issue with your lungs, you're going to put that directly onto your lungs, so it gets in there. Another way to use Breathe, besides just in the diffuser, is to put a drop in your hand, rub it together like this. Say you do have an infection in the lungs or something. Cup your other hand over it like this and take a really deep breath. And you feel that open you right up. So you'd be doing that regularly. So consider how you're using the essential oil and try it in multiple ways. Now Breathe, I wouldn't say to ingest this. This one doesn't have a supplemental facts label, so we're not going to put this into a capsule and take it internally. But if you are fighting some kind of infection, you could easily put the Melaleuca and frankincense into a capsule, or lemon, or On Guard. Those ones that do have the supplemental facts label, you can ingest internally by just putting them in a capsule. That way you're getting the internal fight, right? Like it's getting the internal support to enhance your body so that you get all of your immune system lifted that way, and you're getting the direct respiratory benefits of breathing it in through your sinuses, through your lungs, and having it all around you through the diffuser. So consider the way that you're using it, and if you aren't sure how to do that, contact me. If someone in my group, or if you're learning essential oils, contact me. Go with someone who has a lot of experience and they'll help you out. A reference book like this is also a great place to start. The Essential Life, this is a good one. I highly recommend that for everyone. So that's number 1, is consider the application method. How are you using the essential oil, if that's the most effective way? And then the frequency of use is another part. So some people might think, you know, I had some depressed feelings. I was feeling depressed, and I started using Wild Orange. I put a drop on that day, and I still wasn't feeling awesome. If you're just using that one drop in the morning, then that's not going to give you the effects that you need. That one drop, while they are very potent, you're going to need repeated use of the essential oils. So think about a drop an hour would be really good if you're trying to deal with something that's really acute, or if it's longer, if it's something that's ongoing, or if it's something that's ongoing, you can just use it like 2 to 4 times a day, depending on what's going on. So think about the frequency of how often you're using that essential oils. It's better to use a small amount throughout the day instead of a large amount all at once. So you wouldn't want to do like 10 drops of essential oil in the morning, 10 drops at night. That's a lot, and chemically your body just can't process all of that at one time. So you are better off to use small amounts frequently than large amounts infrequently. Does that make sense? So think about that. And then doing what I also say is, so think about the application method and the frequency. So using them in you, on you, and around you all throughout the day. And think about different ways to do that. So you can be, let's go back to the respiratory thing. You can be taking lemon, you can be drinking lemon in your water to boost your immune system. You can be diffusing it into the air so that you're breathing it in aromatically, and you can be rubbing that onto your lungs. And you don't need to be doing that all at the same time. You can be doing that at different stages or throughout the day. And running a diffuser is a great way to passively absorb the benefits of the essential oils as they're just around you over 4 hours. I'm sorry it's so dark. I really think it's probably really dark. The lighting changed. Is it brighter this way or that way? Maybe this way a little bit. We'll go this way. Oh, that's much better, huh? There we go. Kind of. Sorry, guys. Okay. So application method, frequency, and then the oil selection. So a lot of times people might think that they just have the wrong oil. Well, that might be true. So number one is that your chemistry, everyone's body chemistry is different. Everyone's going to handle oils differently. But I mean, about 80-90% of the time, if someone tells you that this oil is good for blah blah blah, whatever, they're usually right. It is going to be good for that. And there's only a small amount of time when maybe it's just not right for your body. But most of the time it is. What might be happening is that you might be using the wrong oil because you don't understand what's really going on. So you may think that you have a stomach issue, some kind of, stomach pain, but really it's your kidneys or your gallbladder. So by using, let's see, Digestin for stomach pain, that may not be the best thing for your kidneys. Like you might need the lemon or geranium or something like that to cleanse out that. Oh, thank you, Shelley. I'm glad it's not that dark. Okay, thank you. So it might just be that you're not understanding the diagnosis, really. And so that's why I usually still refer to my doctor for things. I'm not a medical professional. I'm not a doctor. But I have been able to fix everything in our house using essential oils. Whenever I get a prescription for something, I rip it up. We never use them. I never fill those prescriptions. I just need the diagnosis from the doctor to help me understand what path I need to take. So keep that in mind too. Let's see. Yeah, and then so oil selection too. Here's a really good tip. If you are using an oil and it is working, but you want it to be intensified, add a drop of frankincense to it. So if you have some pain and you're having shoulder discomfort and you're putting deep blue on there and it's working, but you want it to work a little bit better, add a drop of frankincense on top of that, rub it in, and that's called layering. And layering is going to give you added benefit. And frankincense paired with any other oil intensifies that oil. So you could put on the frankincense and then say you still want it to be stronger. Then you can add a drop of peppermint on top of that, and peppermint is a driver, so that's going to drive it in deeper. Then add a warm wet compress. There's lots of things that you can do to enhance the essential oil benefits. So one drop a lot of times is enough. Sometimes you might need a little bit more, but we're never going overboard. You're always starting with 1 or 2 drops of something. And using a carrier oil, This is some fractionated coconut oil we have here, or some plain lotion. Using that is also going to help it go into your system. A lot of people think that diluting an oil makes it less effective, and actually it's the opposite. Think of these. These are volatile aromatic compounds. So when you put that drop onto your body and you're rubbing it in, this isn't avocado oil or coconut oil or something with moisture in it. It's just an essential oil. Not just, but it's an essential oil. So by rubbing that in, you're not really getting all of it into your system. A lot of it is flashing off and you're getting the aromatic benefits. By pairing it with fractionated coconut oil or some other carrier oil, you're actually, the carrier oil is carrying the essential oil into your system and getting it deeper, penetrating through all the layers of skin into your bloodstream. Either way, it's going to be in your system in 30 seconds, but it's about targeted use rather than whole systematic benefit. And then another really good point is the quality of essential oil. So I have a lot of people who've said like, yeah, like I used, I tried essential oils, like I got some at the store, and like really they don't see what the fuss is. They don't see why is Jen making videos? Why is she quitting her job over essential oils? Like honestly, they don't have the right kind. And I was one of those people too. I just went lavender and lemon. I got things from the store. I thought the doTERRA was ridiculous. But the quality makes a huge difference in the potency of it and how you can use it. So you can't be ingesting any of those other oils. You can only be ingesting doTERRA. You're only getting the potency that I talk about if you're using doTERRA essential oils. And if you're using one of those other big name brands, I'm sorry, but they have just chemically not been proven to be what they say they are. There's a lot of adulteration happening. So quality is not only the purity, not only making sure that it is only what it says it is, but also where it comes from. So think about, I can grow lemons in Albuquerque, New Mexico, where I'm from, or here in Arizona. We can grow lemons here, but they're not going to be the same as the lemons grown in Sicily, off the Mediterranean Sea. They're just not. So quality also has to do with the potency coming from where those plants grow best naturally. I always say it's like the varsity level plants. You don't want the C team, you don't want the Pee Wee League football players, right? You want NFL level, right? So that's what these are. That's what doTERRA essential oils are. They're not just some fragrances from the store. These are the most potent essential oils come from the best, healthiest, strongest plants in the best atmosphere on earth. It also has to do with the soil that they're grown in. No synthetics, no fillers, no pesticides, no herbicides, none of that, and no adulteration. That can also mean lemongrass can be chemically similar to Melissa. It has some of the same components, but lemongrass is about $10. Melissa's $135. So they're very different with huge differences in benefits. But a lot of companies will take part of that, will take the chemical component of lemongrass that's similar to Melissa and fill that in to that Melissa bottle and sell it as an adulterated oil, which really you have no way of knowing. Cypress and frankincense, that's another example of two, that a cypress is often or frankincense is often an adulterated form of cypress. So you're not getting the benefits that you're hoping to get because you don't have the same essential oil that says it's on the bottle. And the bottles are not labeled honestly most of the time. The next two are kind of the touchy part. Okay, so this is where people might not like what they're hearing, or they might think I'm offensive. But this is the truth, and because doTERRA essential oils are part of a lifestyle. It's not a one drop fixes your life. I mean, we have so many of those kind of miracle stories, but it's you have to look at the whole picture, holistic healing, holistic well-being. You have to see all of those pieces working together. Sorry, I got a phone call, but we're back. Okay, so something that you might want to consider too is the health of your body. So if you are, let's see. Oh yeah. But if you say your body is really sick, or you have some issues that you're not sure about. Let's say you're getting constant headaches. Then you might think that there's something wrong with your head. Really, it might be hormonally. You might have some kind of imbalance, and that's affecting that's causing the headaches. So think about what's going on in your own health that might be affecting that. Sorry, let me check my notes here. Oh, also another thing might be nutrition. So if your body is not getting the nutrients, the minerals, the vitamins that it needs, you're not going to get the best effect from the essential oils. They're just not going to be able to do everything. So what I always tell people is to be on the Lifelong Vitality supplements. Those are from doTERRA also, and they are an omega complex, a whole food, like a multivitamin, and then your cellular vitality complex. By taking those supplements, you're keeping your engine going, right? You're giving your body all the nutrients that it needs. Those cells already have what they need. And then when you bring in the essential oils, that's like a fuel additive. That essential oil is going to work so much better because it doesn't have to work as hard. Because your cells are already good. They already have the nutrition that they need. Those body systems have what they need to function. And by adding that essential oil, then you're able to use it as a support for whatever you need to happen. So consider taking a really good set of supplements. Unless you have a perfect diet that is full of all the whole foods and full of all the vitamins that you need, I would recommend taking a supplement as well. And the third thing, or the last thing, is lifestyle. So if you are using essential oils, hoping for a miracle, here's the touchy part, okay? But you're still drinking a lot of coffee, you're still drinking soda, you're still drinking alcohol, you're smoking, you're not getting enough sleep, you're not exercising, you are eating a lot of fast food. If you're doing things like that, you're not going to get the same effects from the essential oils as someone who has already stepped into a wellness lifestyle and is no longer using those things. Again, the oils don't need to work as hard for someone who's already eliminated all of those other things affecting their health. So, essential oils are miraculous. They are so wonderful. But you also need to take care of yourself in lots of different ways, not just bring the essential oils in. That's a start. And what I find is that people often start with the essential oils, and that kind of opens up their thinking and opens up their mind to what else they can do with this lifestyle or how they can get healthier. And that's part of the goal. But definitely consider that. Changing your diet and eliminating those things that don't serve your body. And I am certainly not perfect. Oh my gosh, I totally have a sugar addiction. But I'm aware of it and we're working through it. So just being aware of those things and trying to eliminate where you can is definitely part of this wellness journey. So I hope that was helpful. If an essential oil is not working for you, there are lots of other components to it. There's lots of other things to think about. It's not that essential oils don't work, because they absolutely do. So it might just be you need to have an honest conversation with yourself or an honest conversation with me about what's going on. And let's figure out how we can get you oils that are working the best for you. All right, guys, I hope you have a wonderful day. I will talk to you soon. Bye.
Oh.